green light. And the third is called the trauma reflex. So for each of these years, he created what is called a protocol. Now, as per the certification licensing that they do, we as certified practitioners are not allowed to teach these protocols to other teachers because this is their proprietary trademark. So I have to curate something which is different from what they are doing, and we will come out with our own method, and which will call by a different name as a part of Somatic Vedic Yoga healing. But we'll approach the same concepts. So, Barka, can you start with the instructions on the chanting of the Om and the mantras?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry if there are any slip-ups, mistakes and all that, that is all accepted perfectly, okay?
Yeah.
Are we supposed to do the thing now when she's giving us instructions?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to start.
It is supposed to serve two purposes. One is as a participant, when another participant is instructing, you try to see how well that participant is instructing and where there are slippages. And if you can keep a mental note of the areas where there were slippages, after the instruction is over, you can give your feedback, saying you did well in these areas, but I think in these two places you missed out. So for the person instructing, it becomes a good way of improving the subsequent one because that person can go and work on the area where there were deficiencies pointed out.
Okay.
And second is when the person is instructing very well, it gives us an understanding as to how we can also, imbibe a few methods from that person and practice in a similar basis. So that's how we all learn. You learn from a good master and you see how the master is training, and then you pick up and you try to replicate it as much as possible. So these are the two purposes. That is why I'm asking you to start the leading. So start, Barka.
So it's about the sankalpa for the Om?
Yeah. You start with the Om chanting 7 times with the sankalpa, and for each of the 7 chantings, there is a visualization. Oh, that is not there in the handout, no? Which you have shared.
No, sir. I've got the handout in which it is written the sankalpa for the Om chanting is like, I am chanting Om, creating a protective energy field around me.
All
to
right.
protect
Now,
me. Yeah.
that you can read now. There are mudras along with it, okay?
Yes, sir.
If you can write it down right now, that is what Rashmi had told all of you to go into my YouTube channel and watch my recorded class.
Okay.
So she very specifically said that will be more appropriate because changes are not incorporated in this handout. Okay.
I think Abhilasha was supposed to make the Word document out of it, and then she was on travel. I shall ask her to do that because I think that she has done it already. She is very particular about her work otherwise.
Yeah. So what I'm telling you, for the moment you note down, when you're instructing them on the first chakra, take your attention to Mooladhara chakra at the perineum, 4-petal lotus, red color. Mentally say to yourself, you write down this, mentally say to yourself, I am balancing.
One second, sir. 1 second.
Yeah.
Abhilasha is here.
Okay.
I'm not able to join through my laptop. पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. Yeah, we can start. I'll try connecting through my laptop in the meantime.
Abhilasha, just a question, quick question. Did you take the instructions first from Sir's YouTube?
हाँ, वो मैंने लिया है, पर उसको मैंने अभी एडिट नहीं किया है, वो सिर्फ कॉपी पेस्ट किया है. इट रिक्वायर्स एडिटिंग बिकॉज ट्रांसक्रिप्ट परफेक्टली नहीं आता है.
Correct.
Okay, so do
I'll
that today and then please
yeah,
share it.
I'll do that today. I'll go through the video. जहाँ जहाँ पे it is required, जहाँ जहाँ पे editing required, I'll do that. So I should be able to do it.
ठीक है. So, Barka, today you instruct without that. When that handout comes from next class, we will incorporate the complete details.
Okay, sir.
So
Yeah, start.
today, you were saying mentally say to yourself, you were dictating something to us, sir?
Yeah, basically, so basically what I'm saying is, okay, let me just explain the theory and the concept behind it, and then I will give you the instructions as well. So when we ask people to focus on each chakra for each chanting of Om, that is why we are chanting 7 times, because we go from one chakra to the other. So for each of these chakras, we ask for a specific visualization. Okay. So all of you know that Mooladhara is at the perineum, it's at the cervix for ladies and between the anus and the genitals for men. It is represented by a 4-petal lotus and red in color. And then you say that, mentally say to yourself, I am balancing my Rajasic and Tamasic guna, allowing for my Sattvic guna to emerge out strongly. So that is at the first chakra. After that, you tell them to keep the hands in the mudra for Mooladhara chakra, and then ask them to take a deep breath, and you instruct them to chant, and they'll chant with you. When you come to the second chakra, your focus is at the spinal terminus. It is represented by 6-petal lotus, orange in color. And you mentally say to yourself, I am balancing my Ida and Pingala Nadi, allowing for my Sushumna to be awakened. Okay? And then when you come to the third chakra, which is your Manipura chakra, you will tell them to mentally say to themselves that I am removing all blockages of energy from the Panchakoshas. Then when you come to the next one, which is Anahata, you will instruct them to mentally say, I am balancing the Pancha Tattvas. When you come to Vishuddhi,
So,
you'll ask them to...
Sir, here when you have written this, so we don't have to say all this now, right? That with
You have to.
removing the blockage of energies from Annamaya and Pranamaya kosha. With U removing blockage.
See, but you see, when I wrote that, we were not instructing them to mentally chant. Okay, here now we are adding that, say mentally say to yourself, because that subconscious reinforcement makes it even stronger.
Okay, and the instruction becomes crisp and smaller.
Yeah. And when I wrote that, I had only said that when you're chanting, you visualize, which I'll explain just now. But now we refined it further, and you say, now you mentally say to yourself. So when you keep saying it, it starts making a lot of changes within yourself. So if you want, we can do one thing. We have already done it. You have the transcript. I mean, she's just correcting it. So for only today, we will discuss all this, and then you can continue with it. Or if you want, I can do the whole thing today. And then one of you can start from the next session onwards, if that is okay for you?
Yes, sir. I think
Sir, I think let Abhilasha correct it and send it. Now we will go on
Let's
the
not do it
lesson two.
again. We can save on some time.
Yeah, we can save
Have
on
the
some
video
time.
recording so we all can watch the video recording of that class. I'll share the
Okay.
link again on the group.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So before we proceed further, before I start, what I wanted to see, my students in the class are now familiar with it, so we don't repeat this every time unless a new participant comes. And that is when you're chanting the first Om, you're splitting Om into its 3 syllable, A, U, and Ma. So when you're chanting you will visualize you're balancing Rajasic. When you're chanting U, you will visualize you're balancing Tamasic. And when you chant Ma, you will try and visualize that your Sattvic Guna is becoming stronger and emerging out. When you come to the second one, with chanting of you will visualize balancing Ida, with U, balancing Pingala. And when you're chanting Ma, you will try to visualize that Sushumna is opening up, creating it possible for Kundalini to ascend. When you come to the third one, because there are 5 koshas and you're only having 3 syllables, so with you will visualize that you're removing blockages from Annamaya, Pranamaya. With U, Manomaya, Vigyanmaya. And with Ma, it is Anandamaya. Okay? Then, when you come to Vishuddhi, again, basically there are 3 gunas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So with it is Vata, with U it is Pitta, and with Ma it is Kapha. Then,
तो बीच में अनाहत रह गया ना?
अनाहत बोला ना मैंने अच्छा पंच तत्व सॉरी सो अनाहत रह गया पंच तत्व इज again 5. Okay, so with it is Prithvi and Apas. With U it is Agni and Vayu, and with Ma it is Akash. Okay, and then Vishuddhi it is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. When you come to Atnya Chakra, when you're chanting you will visualize that you are piercing through Jagrat, Sapna, Shushupti. With U, you are merging into superconscious. And this is important, which is not instructed, but you can visualize it for yourself and instruct your students. Is with Ma, you start visualizing that the superconscious is guiding you in everything that you're doing. So your intuitive capability starts increasing quite a bit with this, because you feel that you are getting all instructions from the superconscious to do everything you're doing. Yeah.
So
Ask
in the
Rashmi,
notes, yeah. So in notes, you have written that with U, piercing into superconscious, and with Ma, merging into superconscious.
So I have now modified it further.
Huh.
You see, when I keep practicing, I feel I get these instructions sometimes intuitively, and then I change. So now I'm refining it further. I'm saying with you are piercing, with U you are merging, and with Ma you feel that you are getting instructions from the superconscious in everything that you are doing. That means you are totally guided by the superconscious in all your actions. And practice it for yourself and see how it starts changing the way you keep doing things. And finally, when you're at Sahasrara, you will, with it is you're piercing through obstacles, with U, barriers, and with Ma, you are connecting back with with the Creator, which means that everything that you're doing now in the future is guided by the Creator, because you have now become one with Him.
Sorry, Sahasrara, I just lost this thing.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
it is this,
Sahasrara,
yeah.
with the you're piercing through obstacles. With U, all barriers. With M, you're merging the Creator. Therefore, He guides everything that you're doing because you've gone back and connect once again. And I have been practicing this, and I find this very useful because when I keep doing things, I keep getting intuitive suggestions as to how I should change the format or what I should do. And it starts helping quite a bit. So that is how many of my innovations come like that. Modifications that I do come like that. So even that Surya Namaskar variations that I've introduced is based on that. There is just one line in the book of Surya Namaskar by Swami Satyananda, where he says you can introduce variations, and he had just introduced 2 variations in that book. And I've just taken a clue from there and then curated the entire variation that we do now. And I find it very useful to practice it that way because it improves your overall body functions much better. Okay, so can we start now? So we'll start it the way
Yes, sir.
we normally start in the class. And this is also something I suggest all of you try. I don't know where has Rashmi reached, whether in her blowing the shank.
Sir, I'm almost there.
Ah, okay.
I don't know why I'm not getting it like you, but I'm almost there.
Almost there, okay. So we always start our class with the Nada Yoga by blowing the shank. So sit in a meditative asana, keep your eyes closed, spine erect, and mentally become receptive to the vibrations from the sound of shank. Get ready to chant mantra Om 7 times. Make your sankalpa. I am chanting, mentally repeating after me. I am chanting Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. I am creating 3 layers of protection. On the outermost layer of 6 friendly creatures, an elephant behind, a peacock in front, a tiger on my right side, a lion on my left side, an eagle above my head, and a black tortoise below. Inside of that, I have a big ring with balls of fire. I am lighting all the balls, allowing a firewall of protection to go up all around me. Third layer of protection comes from the subtle energy of the mantra Om that I am chanting. Take your awareness to Muladhara Chakra at the perineum, 4-petal lotus, red color. Mentally say to yourself, I am balancing my Rajasic and Tamasic guna, allowing for my Sattvic guna to emerge out strongly. Keep your hands in the mudra for Muladhara Chakra, interlacing the little and the ring finger. The middle finger is joined together, pointing forward, index and thumb around each other. So it will be like this. So the 2 little fingers together, folded inside, ring fingers folded inside, 2 middle fingers joined together, pointing forward, and thumb and index rotates around each other. Correct. Now, when you're sitting on the floor for a regular yoga class, you will try and touch the middle finger to the ground. So Muladhara Chakra is connection to the Mother Earth. So you will see your connection to Mother Earth. And then visualizing the way I told you, you will take a deep breath in. Shift your attention to Swadhisthana Chakra at the spinal terminus, 6-petal lotus, orange color. Increase your pitch further, mentally saying to yourself, I am balancing my Ida and Pingala Nadi, allowing for my Sushumna to be awakened. Keep your hands in the mudra for Swadhisthana Chakra. Bend your thumb towards your palm. Wrap the thumb with the index and middle finger. Little finger and ring finger is together, they're joined together. So your hands will be like this. Keep this in front of your last vertebrae. That is the trigger point or called the Kshetram for the Swadhisthana Chakra. So you're keeping at the Kshetram. Take a deep breath in. Ah. Shift attention to Manipura, directly behind your navel. 10-petal lotus, yellow color. Increase your pitch further, mentally saying to yourself, I am removing all blockages of energy from the Panchakoshas. Keep your hands in the mudra for Manipura chakra, touching your thumb, index, and ring finger together. Thumb, index, and ring. Little finger and middle finger will be pointing forward, and you will touch the others like this. So the thumb will be at the back. Touch your thumb to your navel, which is your Kshetram for Manipura chakra. Take a deep breath in. Ah. Shift your attention to Anahata, directly behind your heart center. 12-petal lotus, green color. Increase your pitch further. Mentally say to yourself, I am balancing the Pancha Tattvas in my body. Keep your hands like a lotus. Keep the thumb touching your heart center. Heart center is the trigger point for the Anahata chakra called the Kshetram. Take a deep breath in. Ah. Shift attention to Vishuddhi chakra, directly behind your throat pit, 16-petal lotus, blue color. Increase your pitch further, mentally saying to yourself, I am balancing the 3 doshas in my body. Keep your hands in the mudra for Vishuddhi chakra, interlacing the little finger, ring finger, and the middle finger, thumb and index around each other. Touch your fingers to your throat pit. Take a deep breath in. Ah. Shift your attention to Ajna chakra, directly behind your eyebrow center, at the center of your brain. 2-petal lotus, indigo color. Increase your pitch further. Mentally say to yourself, I am piercing through my Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti Avastha and merging with superconscious. Keep your hands in the mudra for Ajna chakra. Bend your ring finger, only right hand. Bend your ring finger towards your palm. Touch your thumb, index, and middle finger together. The little finger is separate. Touch your Bhrumadhya, only right hand. Take a deep breath in. Ah. Shift your attention to Sahasrara Chakra, center of the top of your head, 1,000 petal lotus white color. Increase your pitch further. Mentally say to yourself, I am piercing through all obstacles and barriers and merging back with my Creator. Keep your hands in the diamond shape. Touch your thumb and index. Yeah. Don't touch your head marginally above your Sahasrara Chakra. Take a deep breath in. Release your mudra. Keep your fingers touching each other, hands in the shape of a ball. Experience the powerful vibrations of your own chanting, penetrating into each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping you in pristine mental, physical health. With that visualization, we will chant the opening Shanti mantra all together. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunattu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamaditamastु Ma Viddhishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Continue to be in that position as I chant my opening invocation. Om Vagarta iva samprapto Vagarta pradipattaye Jagadapidaro Vande Parvati Parameshwarau. Om Vagarta iva samprapto Vagarta pradipattaye Jagadapidaro Vande Parvati Parameshwarau. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Slowly release your mudra. And you can now at this point instruct people who are sitting on the floor cross-legged that you can release your legs right now. Mentally repeat your sankalpa after me. I am chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health. And I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping my body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. Come back into meditative asana. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Interlace all the four fingers. Left and thumb is straight. Right and thumb rotates. Index finger and thumb rotates around each other. So your left and thumb is like the linga, and then you keep it in front of your chest. Get ready to chant 11 times. Take a deep breath in. Om Triyambakam Yajamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamaghe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् 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 उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ. Slowly release your mudra. Keep your fingers touching each other, hands in the shape of a ball. Experience the powerful vibrations of your own chanting, penetrating into each and every brain cell and body cell, restoring all of them to their original harmonic frequency, keeping you in pristine mental, physical health. Be grateful to the divine for that and seek the divine blessings, that the divine will continue to keep you in pristine mental and physical health right up to your last breath. Offer your namaskar, gratitude, thanks to the divine. And as you do so, visualize that there is a golden light coming from the divine that is penetrating through each and every pore in your skin and head, reaching out to each and every brain cell and body cell, rejuvenating all of them, elevating you to a very optimal mental, physical health. Very slowly release. If you need to lengthen your legs now, you can do so once again. Mentally repeat your sankalpa. I am chanting Gayatri Mantra for wisdom, inner awareness, and intuitive knowledge. Chanting the mantra every day helps me operate in the highest planes of wisdom, delve deep within me, seeking answers to various questions from the universal knowledge resting within me, and get those answers, and operate very successfully from an intuitive plane. Come back into meditative asana. Keep your hands in Gyan Mudra, index finger at the root of your thumb, 3 fingers pointing forward, palm facing the floor, and hands resting on your knees. Take a deep breath in. Get ready for 11 chantings. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Release your mudra. Keep your fingers touching each other, hands in the shape of a ball. Experience the powerful vibrations of your own chanting, penetrating into each and every neuron in your brain, firing up each and every neuronal connection, elevating you to a status from where you are able to absorb everything that you read, everything that you hear, retain them in your memory, recall them from memory as and when required, and do every work that you do with great passion, dedication, devotion, and concentration, producing work that is far, far, far superior to the mediocre. Be grateful to the divine for that and seek the divine blessings that the divine will continue to guide you and help you operate far, far, far above the mediocre, right up to your last breath. Offer your namaskar, gratitude, and thanks to the divine. As you do so, visualize that there is a golden light coming from the divine, penetrating through each and every pore in your head, reaching out to each and every neuron, firing up each and every neuronal connection, rejuvenating each of them, elevating you to a very high intellectual level. Slowly release your mudra. If you need to lengthen your legs, you can do so now. Mentally repeat your sankalpa after me. I am chanting 32 names of Durga for overcoming distress and for peace and harmony. Chanting the 32 names helps me overcome all stressful situations, for I simply surrender before you as your son or daughter. You are carrying me through the difficulties, cutting through them with your fierce soul, helping me emerge successful at all times. Come back into meditative asana. Keep your hands in yoni mudra. Interlace all the three fingers from outside. Join the two index finger together and join the two thumb together. The index finger is pointing away from the body. The thumb is pointing toward the body. Touch the thumb to your heart center and get ready for three chantings. Take a deep breath in. Om Durga, Durga Trishamani, Durga Padminivarini, Durga Maschedini, Durga Sadhani, Durga Nashini, Durga Dharini, Durga Nigantri, Durga Mapaha, Durga Matnyanada, Durga Daitaruga Vanala, Durgama, Durgama Loka, Durgamatma Surubini, Durgamarga Prada, Durgama Vidya, Durgama Shida, Durgamatnyana Samstana, Durgamadhyana Bashini, Durgamoha, Durgamaha, Durgamatra Swarubini, Durgama Surasampantri, Durgama Yudharini, Durgamangi, Durgamata, Durgamya, Durgameshwari, Durga Bhima, Durga Bhama, Durgaba, Durga Dharani, Om Durga, Durga Trishamani, Durga Padmanivarini, Durga Maschedini, Durga Sadhani, Durga Nashini, Durga Do, Dharini, Durga Nihantri, Durga Mapaha, Durga Matnyata, Durga Daityaluga Vanala, Durgama, Durgama Loka, Durgamatma Swarubini, Durgamarga Prada, Durgama Vidya, Durgama Shita, Durgamatnyana Samstana, Durgamadhyana Bashini, Durgamoha, Durgamaha, Durgamatra Swarubini, Durgama Surasampantri, Durgama Yudharini, Durgamangi, Durgamata, Durgamya, Durgameshwari, Durga Bhima, Durga Bhama, Durga Ba, Durga Dharini, Om Durga, Durga Trishamani, Durga Padmanivarini, Durga Maschedini, Durga Sadhini, Durga Nashini, Durga Do, Dharini, Durga Nihantri, Durga Mapaha, Durgam Jnanada, Durga Daityaluga Vanala, Durgama, Durgama Loka, Durgamatma Swarubini, Durgamarga Prada, Durgama Vidya, Durgamashita, Durgamatnyana Samstana, Durgamadhyana Bashini, Durgamoha, Durgamaha, Durgamatra Swarubini, Durgama Surasamhantri, Durgama Yudharini, Durgamangi, Durgamata, Durgamya, Durgameshwari, Durga Bhima, Durga Bhama, Durgaba, Durgadharini, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Hari Om. Slowly release your mudra. Keep your hands, fingers touching each other, hands in the shape of a ball. Experience the powerful vibrations of your own chanting, stirring up a unique energy within yourself. An energy that gives you the courage, conviction, and confidence to face up to all internal and external circumstances, however difficult they may be. Persist with them without running away from them, and with the grace of Ma Durga, emerge out of them successfully as she cuts through those difficulties with a fierce soul, creating a pathway for you to emerge out successfully. Be grateful to her for that and seek her divine blessings, that she will continue to be with you when you face future internal, external difficult circumstances. Give you the courage to face up to them without running away from them, and wait patiently with confidence for her to come and cut through those difficulties, clearing a pathway for you to emerge out successfully at all times. Offer your namaskar, gratitude, thanks to her. As you do so, visualize a golden light coming from her, penetrating deep inside each and every brain cell and body cell, elevating your self-confidence to a very high level to face up to all circumstances in your life. Slowly release your mudra. And now, of course, when people are sitting on the floor, we ask them to lengthen their legs and pull their kneecap towards their hip joint 5 times. And every time you pull the kneecap, you hold it for a count of 10 and then you release. So this is a very important practice to keep the knees in a good condition. It's also a practice that orthopedics generally recommend when you have a knee problem. And now, for you as teachers, I want to add something, which is something that I practice on a daily basis. And you can make notes on this if you want, or you can wait for the transcript and whichever way you feel comfortable. When I chant Mahamrityunjaya mantra, when I chant Gayatri mantra, with each chanting, I have curated a certain mental visualization for myself. So I'll share that with you. You start practicing as teachers. Your participants may find it a little too complicated or long, but it starts benefiting you immensely when you practice it yourself. When you start Mahamrityunjaya mantra for the first chanting, first of all, how do I keep count? So when I chant the first chanting, I visualize that I am at the core of Mother Earth. With the second chanting, I'm in between. And the third chanting onwards, up to Sahasrara, including Bindu, there are 8. So 8 plus 2 is 10, and the last one is 11. Okay? So when I chant Mahamrityunjaya mantra, for the first chanting, I visualize myself inside my mother's womb. With the second chanting, you come out of mother's womb and you're born. In the third chanting, I focus my attention at Mooladhara Chakra. I visualize the Prithvi Tattva, and I visualize Udana Prana. So I feel that my Udana is flowing very smoothly. Udana, I mean, all of you are familiar with the flow of pranas, right? In which directions? No. Okay. Udana is a prana that moves on the extremities of the body. So it's supposed to move from your shoulder joint to your fingertips, from your hip joint to your toes, and from this region up to your head. Now, when it is going down in the hip and the hands, it spirals in a clockwise direction on a constant downward flow. Only here, it goes in an upward flow. Okay? So I visualize my Udana at my legs and my hands flowing without any impediment, without any blockages. So you have a connection with Prithvi, You are focusing on Udana Prana, and you are at Muladhara Chakra for the third chanting. For the fourth chanting, you are at Swadhisthana. You visualize the Apas Tattva and you visualize the Apana Prana. The Apana Prana flows in a downward direction from your navel to your perineum, and its function is basically elimination. So if your Apana is not functioning properly, your elimination of waste from the body is not very effective, right? So I visualize that my Apana is flowing beautifully and all waste from my body is very nicely eliminated. When I come to the the fifth chanting, which is at Manipura, I visualize Manipura Chakra, Samana Prana, and Agni Tattva. Okay? So I visualize that my digestive fire and the Samana Prana is supposed to be flowing between the diaphragm and your navel, right to left, left to right. All the other pranas are only unidirectional. Only Samana is bidirectional. Okay? So you can visualize that it starts from the side on the right, goes to the left, comes back to the right, and it is moving very beautifully. As this prana is moving beautifully, it is giving good fanning for your Agni Tattva, and therefore your digestive fire is very effective, and therefore your digestive process is very effective. You're able to assimilate nutrients from the food that you eat because of this. When I come to Anahata, it is heart chakra. Now you visualize that your Vayu Tattva is in operation. So it's in an upward direction. So you feel that it is going in the upward direction. Your heart, your lungs, and your rib cage are all functioning very beautifully because your Vayu Tattva is functioning properly and your prana is Upaprana, which is in the upward direction from the diaphragm to the neck region. So it goes in this upward direction. When you come to Vishuddhi, then I visualize that the prana continues to be Upaprana and the Tattva is Akasha. Akasha is connected with Shabda. Rashmi will know this because it has been taught to us in our courses, and Rudraksha sir teaches this very beautifully. So connection of Akasha is with the sound. So visualize your vocal cords, your larynx, and your thyroid, parathyroids are all functioning very beautifully, and Upaprana is flowing wonderfully. When you come to the next chanting, Agnya Chakra, you connect with you connected with the mind. Okay, that is the Prithvi, Apas, Agni, Vayu, Tattva, and then Manomaya Kosh. So you think about the Manomaya Kosh at the Agnya Chakra, and the prana is again Upaprana. So here you feel it is moving in the upward direction, making your facial organs function properly, your eyes function properly, and your brain is energized completely. When you connect with Manomaya Kosh, there is no Tattva connected here. The 5 Tattvas are over by the time you reach Vishuddhi. Okay? Then you come to Bindu Chakra, which is right at the back. And when you connect with Bindu Chakra, you connect to Vijnanmaya Kosh, and it is Apana Prana. Apana Prana flows all through the body. It is like a reserve prana. If there is any deficiency in any other prana, Apana supplements that particular prana. And you visualize that Apana is not only flowing wonderfully in your body, but it is piercing up and connecting you to the superconscious. And then when you come to Sahasrara Chakra, you feel that Shakti and Shiva are exploding into divine energy, and you are getting doused with that divine energy in the entire body. And when you chant the last one, you visualize that you are merging with your creator and there is nothing more to be done. Okay? So this is how I visualize when I chant Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Then when I come to Gayatri mantra, the first two are the same. Mother's womb, taking birth. When you come to Mooladhara, you visualize that you are the young baby who is exploring the world by moving around. When you come to Swadhisthana, you feel that you are graduating to primary section. When you come to Manipura, you visualize you are in secondary. When you come to Anahata, you are in graduation levels. When you come to Vishuddhi, you are in post-graduation levels. When you come to Agnya Chakra, you are into your spiritual dimensions. When you come to Bindu Chakra, you are piercing beyond spirituality and merging with the superconscious. When you come here, you are into blissful, complete knowledge because you are drawing that knowledge from the superconscious directly. And in the last one, you feel that you are merging into superconscious and universal knowledge guides you in everything that you do. Okay? So try and practice this and it will be phenomenal. I have found that practicing it on a regular basis gives me tremendous benefits. So you practice it now and tell me how you feel after you practice it for a month or two, because immediately results will not come. But slowly, slowly, you will start noticing subtle changes within yourself. So this is wonderful for you as a teacher. And if you have a class where there are participants who are well advanced, then you can possibly guide them also into this. Okay. Now, coming to the sessions for today. All right. So we'll directly plunge into the lesson, which is Myth of Aging Lesson 2. I will instruct the lesson for today. And in the next class onwards, you will start teaching. And as we go further now, I would suggest that we formalize who will lead the chanting sessions in the beginning, every class. So you can just put it out for each week and everybody must do it in turn. Okay? So that everybody, first of all, gets a chance to practice and we get a chance to experience how others are teaching. So it will become a very good thing. So I want that correct, entered. Second is, if you have time within yourself, if the four of you can meet, I suggest that you practice instructing each lesson additionally, because we may not have enough time to ask you to teach in the class when we were learning our lessons. It is called recalibration. So you see, we were asked to repeat the same lesson by turns. So I would get to teach, say, Myth of Aging lesson 1 more than once, 3-4 times. So we don't have time for that. Therefore, if you can practice within yourself, wonderful. The second thing I want you to do, I want you to start teaching it to any class that you can. Okay? If you already have a class, I want you to teach. And when you teach, I want you to make a record. And we want you to make a declaration at the end that on so-and-so date, you conducted Myth of Aging lesson 1 or Myth of Aging lesson 2. So as we go, you should be able to give me a declaration that you have conducted each one of the Myth of Aging lessons from 1 to 8. Okay? So start that as fast as possible. You've learned lesson 1. You will learn lesson 2. By the time you teach here 2 or 3 times, you can actually start teaching lesson 2 and keep progressing like that.
So
Yeah.
does that also include the beginning part, Om chanting and everything?
Yeah, it will be very
Because we
useful
have
if
a
you can do.
1 hour class, so that's the only thing. Because even members, they don't want to do more longer than an hour class. So where can we cut off? Maybe chant. Because I've
Okay.
seen after an hour, members they become ab ho gaya.
Acha?
So
I
they
don't know. I
like
mean, see, my class, we have never had a problem because from the beginning we
here
have
the
been
members
1
are
hour.
very used to a 1 hour class because they have their office. So they start, wondering कि अभी office जाना है, अभी अभी मेरा कुछ क्लास है, so there are very few members who are like retired. Even the retired members, they don't have that much.
Okay. So what I would suggest is you tell them that generally in Somatic Vedic Yoga, we chant 3 mantras. Because of time constraint, we'll chant only one. So when you're repeating, you're going to repeat Mitta Beijing 1, 2, 3 like that. So for each class, you take one mantra. So once you take Mrityunjaya mantra, once you take Gayatri, once you take only 32 names of Durga.
Okay.
And 32 names of Durga also, if you feel it is getting a constraint, you chant only once instead of 3 times. Or the other way around is you can tell them, generally this is chanted 11 times. For want of time, we will chant only 5 times. And 32 names of Durga only once. That's the other way of looking at it.
Actually, the thing is that most of the members, Ramesh sir, like in my class, now even that Yogena Chittasya, what the first prayer that we've been doing for a year and a half or more than, I think 2 years since we came to the new place, उनके मुंह में घुसता ही नहीं है. So each one of these, and finally the chanting will be only I will be chanting. The people
No,
do not
basically, if you look at Gayatri Mantra is something that most people will be able to chant.
Even
Okay.
Mahamrityunjaya Jap, I think people are aware of it.
Yeah. 32 names of Durga may not be. There you may chant initially. But you see, the question is if you persist with something, people start falling in line. Okay. And if you feel, you have to be also cautious of the fact that you don't want people to drop out of your class. So if you feel chanting the 32 names of Durga runs a risk of people dropping out, don't do it.
Or
Okay, because your class is not a somatic Vedic yoga class, so you don't have to follow that regiment. When you start a class which is somatic Vedic yoga and you curate it for 1.25 hours, at that time you stick to the principles.
No, but what
Or you chant only Om 7 times and skip the others if you want to. But Mitta Beijing 1, 2, 3, that you complete. That cannot be short.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think
as far as the other chantings are concerned, I leave it to your judgment, because we all understand that our classes cannot run if you start losing students. So you take care.
Okay, maybe Abhilasha, we can decide among ourselves that how we have to plan this.
I was thinking maybe I can take for health batch senior members myth of aging. Would that work, sir? We have a senior member class. Most of them are 60 plus, 70 plus.
It'll work beautifully.
Yeah, so I think it would
They will
benefit.
start benefiting immensely if they start practicing.
Yeah, I'll
make
take
them
it
do
next
it very
week.
slow and ask them. You can get a feedback as to how they felt. Ask for feedback. Ask them to write to you so that you can actually say, this was the feedback that I got when I did the class. So that makes our recording even better.
Okay.
No, so what I'm thinking is the other way around, Ramesh sir, because we don't want to make this course, we don't want to dilute it. That is the conversation once me and Lakshmi had, that we don't want to give it like, कि हर किसी को फिर वो हम देते रहेंगे कि आप करते रहो हमारे प्रैक्टिस के लिए. And when we start the
somatic, not take so many, na?
Yeah, and when we start the somatic classes, then members are not coming for that. It should not happen that way. So
okay,
what we
you
were
look at
thinking
it this
is,
way. If you, this is where my practices guide me. Always remember one thing: what is yours will always come to you. What is not yours will never come to you.
No, but if we do like this, we have one class dedicated for somatic Vedic and we give it free of cost to people and we give that time that we want.
That is what we don't like. Okay, now I'll tell you what I'm asking you to do is what I was asked to do. Okay, and the first time I was doing something in my class, but that was not enough to complete because the regimentation there was much more. The number of classes that you have to complete and file was very high. I had an opportunity to either tell a lie that I conducted the class and sign and said it because they said it is a word of honor. I said, I'm not going to do it. If I didn't do it, I will not write I did it. So fortunately for me, my wife was taking a sabbatical for a month. She wanted to close the classes. So I told her, don't close. Tell them I will run somatic practices. Those who want to continue can pay the fees. Those who don't want to continue need not pay the fees. So those who continued, all of them enjoyed, and two of them continued to, join my classes. One of them is in her class and my class. One of them quit her class and joined mine because she benefited so much from somatic practices. And she's a psychologist, and she works in the family court, particularly with families which are disintegrating. So she keeps referring children from there who come to her. She says, go for somatic, it'll help you. And the number of children we have benefited is unbelievable. I mean, at least 4 children she referred, all of them benefited. 2 more started with me when I discontinued my afternoon sessions. And otherwise, they were also starting to respond very well. So that's a kind of thing. So when you run this in your class, you're only giving a teaser, okay, that this is what somatic practices are. They are not going to be picking it up just because you run it once. And when they feel this is doing good, when you announce a somatic Vedic yoga course, chances are many of them will join. Of course.
And
I think we shall talk about it because it is like
hey, Rashmi, we are not, Rashmi, listen now, for each batch, we are not giving it to them every week.
Yeah.
Like do it for different batches. Na, अब health
for
batch
health
के
batch
लिए
correct.
can take.
बट 2 ही बार करूँ. जैसे हेल्थ बैच के लिए मैं 2 ही बार लूंगी. जैसे मिथ ऑफ एजिंग लेसन 1 हो गया और एक और कोई लेसन. Then I can go to, like, I don't have to like teach all to everyone, right? Then
Correct,
Lakshmi can
exactly. Perfect.
Lakshmi can pick up her batch. उनको वो let's say Lakshmi can take lesson 3 and lesson 4 and teach them. Rashmi, you might be having your batch.
Actually, Abhilasha, we'll decide this later. Let's not waste this precious time of Ramesh sir on
because
this.
there is a lot of confusion here because we don't have so many classes also to teach. And there are so many teachers rather. There are 12 teachers who are working and they have their own classes. We can't go and tell them that we want to teach in your class. So
but
why not?
हो जाएगा Rashmi. दो भी lesson हर teacher ने लिए तो हमारा हो
जाएगा. You can
cover.
take in health batch. I can take in health batch. I will have to modulate my own class because mine is like half an hour dynamic, half an hour pranayama.
So Rashmi, that day we will change it, na? That day will not be a
That's what I'm saying.
class.
That day I can change it, but I don't want them to feel कि अभिलाषा ने भी यही लिया, फिर रश्मि भी यही ले रही है.
No, you take another lesson, na Baba. You take some other lesson. I'll take another lesson.
We will decide.
As Lakshmi suggested, you can take this offline and plan something which is optimal from your perspective and go ahead.
Exactly. Right? We'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Barka has no problem because she has her own class. She can teach. So that's why she is comfortable.
My own classes. Yeah, because these 3 are working together. Now I am the one who's like, I'm teaching I'm taking my own classes.
So now get onto your mat and lie down.
Sorry?
Get your mat and lie down.
Okay.
And keep your cameras focused so that I can watch.
Sir, we have done the myth of aging lesson 2 also last time.
No.
Yeah, we did no curling up and touching the.
No. That is only conclusion for myth of aging lesson 1. What we said was, when you do myth of aging lesson 1, your back can become hyperextended. To prevent the hyperextension, you always end with this cross movement.
Okay.
When we do the lesson, you will see it. So please come on quickly. I'm not going to do somatic experiencing because we don't have time. All of you are familiar with it, so you should be instructing when you start, okay? Never start anything in somatic without instructing on somatic experiencing of the body so that they start getting used to looking inside their body. So lie on your back. bend both your legs. Keep the right hand under your head. And listen to my instructions before you start the practice. This is Myth of Aging Lesson 2. In this lesson, we are going to focus on a major abdominal muscle called the rectus abdominis. This muscle starts almost from the top of your rib cage, goes all the way down up to your pelvis, and connects somewhere to the transverse abdominis muscle, which goes across from the right to the left in the pelvic area. Assisting this muscle in the movements that we are going to do is the external oblique muscle, which is on the side, which are called synergist. Barka, now I hope that is making sense as to what is a synergist, etc. Right? So the external oblique is a synergist. The principal muscle is rectus abdominis. And you're going to actively contract this muscle. The antagonist for this is your erector spinae, the muscle that you worked in Myth of Aging Lesson 1. Those muscles need to lengthen for you to be able to contract the rectus abdominis. So if your back muscles are tight, you will not be able to raise your head up or curve your spine much because it is not supported by the erector spinae. Now the movement is, when you inhale, you are going to arch your lower belt line, that same portion of the spine between where you wear a belt and the lower last sacrum, only that portion you will curve. When you exhale, you will flatten that. As you continue to exhale, you will lift your head using your hand supporting the head. You will lift your right leg using your left hand to pull the right leg, and you will try to bring the right elbow and the right knee closer to each other. If you're comfortable, you will touch them and pay attention to the rectus abdominis muscle in the front contracting, and pay attention to the erector spinae at the back nicely lengthening, and you're able to bend comfortably and touch the knee. So get ready. Inhale, arch your lower belt line. Exhale, flatten, continue to exhale, pick your head up, raise your right leg, bring your right elbow and your right knee closer to each other, and very slowly retract, bringing your feet and your elbow and your head back to the ground. Very slow. Now, when you're doing this in the second round, mentally chant Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Whatever is the number that you took to complete, you should try and take double that for coming back. So get ready. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten, pick your head up. Keep chanting Om 1, 2 and see how many counts you're doing. And as you release while inhaling, double the time you should do, double the count you should do, control your speed. And slowly come back. Excellent. One more last time, focusing full attention on the rectus abdominis. And when you are coming back, feel that muscle relaxing and going back to zero tone. A total relaxation of the muscle. And then straighten your legs. Bring the hands by the side of the body. And experience how the right side of your back is lying in relationship to the ground as compared to the left side of your body. Do you sense any differences? Make a mental note of whatever differences you see. By any chance, is the right side aligned closer to the ground as compared to the left side? How does the lower back feel? How does the front side of your body, the abdomen, feel? Are there any sensation of tightness anywhere in the abdomen right now? Become aware of it. Did you experience any thought processes as you did this practice? Did any past unpleasant or pleasant events come to your mind? If so, make a mental note of which events came to mind and then get ready to practice on the left side. So bring your left hand under your head, bend both the legs. So very slowly as you inhale, arch the lower belt line. As you exhale, flatten, pick your head up, bring your left knee, left elbow closer to each other. Now pay attention to your abdomen. Pay attention to any emotions that erupts when you do this practice. Very slowly return. Remember, double the count of Om when you come back. When you release slowly, your upper cortex catches what you're doing and starts taking control of the muscle. So feel the muscle relaxing more and more. Feel you're able to practice better and better with every additional practice. So once again, inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten and pick your head up. And pay attention to other parts of the body. Are you unnecessarily contracting any other muscle? Like the buttocks muscle on the right side, the gluteus maximus medius, any other muscle on your leg. Those are unwanted contractions. Can you relax them? And slowly come back. Always pay attention to unwanted muscle contractions which are not contributing to the movement. Become aware of them and try to relax them so that you're removing all unnecessary effort. Last round. Hello? Yeah, I'm in a meeting right now. Can you call me after 5:30? Okay? Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much, Anna. Thank you very much. Bye. Yeah. Last round on your own. Start. All right. I want you to practice one more time based on what I was observing. So I want you to try and lift your head more than your leg. So try one more time. Instead of bringing the knee closer and lifting the head less, try to keep the leg a little away and try to take your head more and then bring the knee. Start. Very good. When you try to do this, did you notice the tightness on your back where it is not able to come up beyond a certain level? Be aware of that. And when you release, see what happens to your muscle. Be aware of that as well. And now bring your hand, right hand under your head. Now you're going to do cross rotational movement. So this time, instead of bringing the right leg, you will bring the left leg. And you will point your right elbow towards your left knee. And to do this, feel a slight rotational movement of your body as you come up. So inhale, arch your lower belt line. Exhale, flatten, pick your head up, aim your right elbow and left knee closer towards each other. Very slowly come back. Second round, be aware of emotions that comes up when you do the practice. Be aware of unwanted efforts that you are including and try to stop them. Second round, inhale, arch, exhale, flatten, pick your head up. Slowly release. Last round. Then very slowly bring the right hand to the side of the body, lengthen your legs, and once again experience how your body is in relationship to the ground. What has changed from the first time that you noticed to now? Be aware of each small change, even the minutest change. Try to become aware of it. And always take your time. Don't rush your practice. Take your time. Experience your body in relationship to the ground. And then very slowly bend both your legs. Bring your left hand under your head. Then this time, left elbow, right knee will come closer to each other. So inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. Pick your head up. Left elbow, right knee closer to each other. It need not touch. As you release, take longer time. Make sure you're going slower than what you took to come up. And experience the release. Allow your rectus abdominis to contract nicely to help you pick your head up more. Feel and allow the back muscles to lengthen nicely. So when they supplement, complement, you are able to lift your head more. Second round, inhale, arch, exhale, flatten, pick your head up, come on. Do the practice with full awareness. Don't force, go only as far as you can go comfortably. In this practice, we don't force. We don't do anything in pain. Sometimes doing less is better than doing more. So be aware. You don't have to touch. Last round, inhale, arch, exhale, flatten. Slowly release. Wonderful. Last round. Take your time. Very good. Take your time. Slow release. Very good. Lengthen your legs and again experience your body. And we may overshoot the time a little bit because I want to complete this lesson today before we close. So just bear with me. Very slowly bring both your hands under your head. Bend both your legs. Now, first move, you're going to arch your lower belt line, flatten, pick your head up, bring both the elbows closer, and the legs don't move. Very slowly come back. Take your time coming back. Be aware of emotions. Shoulder is one area where all difficulty, stress, trauma generally tends to settle. So when you're doing the practice, be aware. If any emotions erupt, be aware. Second round, inhale, arch, exhale, flatten. Slowly go back. The last round. Always do all the practices minimum 3 times. When time permits, 5 times. For the upper cortex to get exactly what you're doing. Very good. Slowly go back. And now, when you're going to do the practice, it's more or less same, but this time you will lift your right leg and aim both your elbows towards the right knee. So start. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. Pick your head up. Pick your right leg up. Bring both the knee, elbows close to the right knee. Possible you will touch. Don't force. Very slowly go back. When you're practicing the second round, pay attention to how many vertebrae are coming up. When your neck is up, this cervical vertebrae come up. Pay attention, is any thoracic vertebrae leaving the ground and coming up? And how many of them are coming up? Slowly return. Don't force, only go according to capacity. Forcing will make it counterproductive, so be careful. Last round. Last round. Take your time. Take your time. Release. Rest. Again, experience your body. You can lengthen your legs and experience. Now see what changes have happened. When you're ready, bend your legs. Bring your hands under. Now the left leg will come up. So there is a slight rotational movement towards the left side. Be aware of that. As you come up, see how many thoracic vertebrae you are able to pick up. Slowly come back. Barka, did you notice the change and the improvement in your coming up? Your thoracic vertebrae were not coming up before and now they have started coming up. Did you realize the change? Yeah. Second round. Rashmi, try to become more conscious of trying to lift more thoracic vertebrae as well. Become conscious. Pay attention. If you pay attention, it will come up. Your range of motion will start improving. There you go. See that. See the change. Slowly come back. Last round. Relax. Wait for some time. Now the last movement is to bring both the elbows and both the knees together. So rest for some time. Rest for some time. Get back into position. Remember both the legs, both the hands. So the right elbow to the right knee, left elbow to the left knee. Try and lift more thoracic vertebrae if you can. Make an effort in that direction without straining. Naturally, try to bring your thoracic vertebrae up. Wonderful. Slowly release. Slowly release. Second round. Take your time. Don't rush just because I said second round. You take your time. Learn to do slowly, be in your own time. Don't force. Don't force. Wow. Abhilasha, did you notice the difference between the first and the second round? First round, the elbows were not coming and touching. The second round, they were. Very good. Rashmi, same for you also. Very good. Slowly come back and lengthen your legs and rest. Experience your body, notice changes. Is the body lying closer to the ground as compared to when you started? Can you sense more of your vertebrae touching the ground now? Scan your body to see if there is any tightness still persisting anywhere in the body. Then very slowly turn to one side, take the support of your hands, then slowly come to a sitting position. So the myth of aging lesson 2, the way I taught, you might find slight differences in the way Thomas Anna has written in the book. So you can read the lesson and then you can compare and you notice the differences and take it up, number 1. Number 2, I want some feedback, particularly Barka, Abhilasha. Barka's improvement was, outstanding from the first movement that she was doing toward the end. What did you feel?
So I'm feeling light. When I done the first part, touching my right elbow to my right knee, and after completing all the four times, I feel my right part is lighter as compared to my left one. But when I did my left one also, I feel balanced.
And the most important was when you were first practicing, your head was only coming up, the shoulder was more or less on the ground.
Yeah.
By the time you came to the last movement, you're lifting the up. So when I first saw your movement, I was going to ask you, is there any tightness on your back? And if you have had any traumatic experiences, you should also connect, see any emotions are erupting. If any of those thoughts come up, then we can actually connect the two and guide you to release that trauma based on the experience that you recall. So we know which trauma is resting in which part of the body. So those also become very important if you have had any trauma in life. I mean, not otherwise. Okay. Yeah, Abhilasha, yours is also fantastic improvement in the end.
So, but some things which came to my mind that I wanted to tell you after it.
Yeah.
One was when you said that is any other thought coming to your mind, when you're doing the movement. So for me, that didn't happen because all my focus was on to, coordinate the movement and to do consciously slow movement. So I feel that if you're doing the movements consciously, then the chances are very less for any other thought to come to your mind. Unless
What
there is some
happens?
trauma, unless there is some, hidden trauma. See, I have my share of traumas, but up until now, nothing came up while I was doing it. So that is one.
Okay.
Second, when I was lifting the elbows and the right knee up, I was not able. So on one side, I was able to touch the elbow and the right knee. I was, or probably not. So there was a difference when I was bringing my left knee up and when I was bringing my right knee up. On one side, I was able to touch, but on the other, I think on the left side, I was not able to touch. So
Yeah.
probably
I could see
muscles
the right
there
side,
are.
so I can tell you it touched. So it must be the other one.
Yeah. So the left one was not touching. So I feel that I guess the muscles are
Yeah.
not that
Contracted.
lengthy on the left
So
side.
if you practice myth of aging lesson 1 on the left side,
Right.
and then you do this practice and then you try, it may release and you can then see the difference. So try that out and let me know how the experience is.
I'll do that. And third thing is, like you said, when we did the entire curling up, so I was able to touch from the second round onwards.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. Rashmi and Lakshmi. Yeah. One second, Barka. Yeah.
Apart from this physical changes, I feel one more change. I feel there's a difference in my face as well. Like when I'm like half face, my like I'm able to inhale and exhale better as compared to my right one. And when I did my other side, I'm able to breathe properly from both the sides.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I
Great.
don't know why it
Yeah.
happened, but I feel the change in my face as well. I don't know why, but
Because you're working, when you're coming up, you're also compressing the chest and expanding the chest.
yeah, that is true. Maybe because of that, yes.
Yeah. Lakshmi?
When I did the opposite knee, when I took my right elbow to my left knee, after that, when I finished the 3 times, I found a remarkable relaxation in the left side of my back.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
It was
Okay.
like I could feel as if that was elongated and much, much more relaxed than it was before when I did the opposite side.
Oh, wow.
The rest of the times also I felt a small difference you feel when you finish one side. But
Yeah, correct.
this was not on the same side. I mean, my right elbow and left knee, the left side of my back got, I didn't realize that there was any tightness in it before. But when
Yeah.
it got relaxed and lengthened, I realized that I must have been holding something there.
Correct.
It was
So you should actually read the book Anatomy Trains to understand how this entire fascia is connected inside the body. So what had happened to you was when you practiced on the right side, it triggered the connection right up to the left side and started releasing the left as well. Yeah,
maybe.
Rashmi. Yeah.
So for me, initially it was tough to lift the thoracic back up. All those vertebrae were not coming up. I was able to just lift up to the shoulder blade, not after that. But in last round, I was able to lift myself up better.
Better,
And
yeah.
and then with the knees also touching in the last round, it happened very well. And I could feel very good change in my, I don't know why, but I don't know, it is a very different experience, but in my abdomen. And I literally felt like I have worked out like, I don't know, 100 crunches or what, something like this. So it felt so nice in the belly. And
Yeah.
it was very relaxing towards the shoulder blades for me. For me, it
Yeah.
was more,
See,
maybe because I have that tightness here in my shoulder blades and it comes on every time. So I felt very well at the shoulder blade and my abdomen.
it could have been also aggravated by that incident of your cousin's husband dying.
Yeah, हो सकता
So
है because
that trauma could be
nowadays,
lying there. So we'll need to release that at some point in time. So
yes,
maybe one of the demonstration we will try and make you as the model and we'll release and see how it helps. Okay. Now, before we close for the day, the suggestions that came in that instead of doing the 3 full day, can we do it on Zoom? Technically, you can do it on Zoom.